You're fucking gay. Bro, I'm not bothering her. What are you playing? But like, what specifically? I'm playing Road to the Show. Yeah. Right now, no. Alright. It's been a long time since I was playing Road to the Show, and my player is in the Dodgers, and they're in the playoffs. Yeah, I think they're leading the series.
Number 26 will stand in now for the first time, coming off nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out. Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that there are a lot more cautious.
Never mind. The Cubs are leading the series 2-1. I mean 3-1.
Now Lester's 0-1, and that misses 1-1. Now this first inning's been a rough one already. He needs an out here in the worst way. And you don't want to get caught having to play catch up this early in the ballgame. So you're right. He's got to work his way out of this jam right now. Ready now on 1-1. Oh, and he dived that one down and got him to swing through it. It's 1-2 now. Here comes the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. In the air to
pop up. Fuck.
Soler is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3.
Oh, it's a 1-1.
26 will dig in. First pitch coming. Cut fastball inside, ball 1. Lester ready, the 1-0. Over toward the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Here's the 1-1.
Come on.
Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
2-1. Here's Lester's offering. And look out.
Don't catch it. Fuck. He caught it.
And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for route number 2.
This is something we'll see a lot with that cut fastball. Here it is again in show motion.
Alright, we're tied right now. Oh.
He waits.
Yeah.
Now the pitch. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. A reach to his backhand side at second, but this finds a way by.
Oh, right. We're winning by 2.
Will dig in. He singled his last time around.
Yeah.
Now here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at
But
ball 1. 1-0.
we're losing the series
A look
by
here at the hits per
by
side
2.
here in the late going. Here comes the 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
He's able to ride this one
Is that
high
gone?
and deep toward right center. And
Gone.
goodbye. This one ain't
Gone.
coming back.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
So it's a 2-run shot to right center. His first homer here in the series as they open it up to 6-2 now. Tommy LaStella will stand in for the 4th time now. Still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
Come on.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far. They've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
And the catch is made, 1 away. Number 26 will stand in again, and we'll take you back to the 7th inning. This was a 2-run home run, and it was one of the key blows in the ball game thus far.
Ooh, we're 6-5.
Now here's the first pitch. Swing and a line drive to left. Coming on is Sanders, but he won't get there. It's a base hit.
Base hit.
I tell you,
Come on.
that one's coming in fast, but it's going out faster. Square this
Okay, we won.
What? Bet he does.
Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here.
Who are you playing with?
With no one?
What?
Because I'm playing baseball.
They abandoned Gaylord? Did you see you?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Now he just said that he's gonna play with me.
Did you say happy birthday to my mom?
Yeah.
Fucking liar, nigga.
No.
Your mom told me, mis hijos me recordaron de mi mamá.
I thought it was on Saturday because you guys were saying like, oh, we're gonna make her a party.
A party Saturday, but her birthday's today. Fuck, bro, you don't even know the most important person who loves you birthday? The one that literally fucking pays your phone since you niggas don't never pay it.
Fuck.
Gaylord!
Oh. Is that gone? Is it gone? Yeah, no, we're just practicing. Come on, come on.
More from the guys as this one goes along. But first, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Chicago Cubs.
Are you serious right now, dude?
Themselves like this here tonight.
We're in the 2nd inning and we're losing 4-1 already. With Kershaw.
Softly hit ground ball. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one
With
gone here to start the 2nd.
With Kershaw though.
Number 26.
And Kershaw on this.
Now for the first time coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance
Yeah.
last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
There's the cut fastball, but it's low, 1-0.
Who's your center fielder?
The 1-0 pitch. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Very patient here in these opening few innings.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to need to do. The more hitters counts that you can get yourself in, the more fastballs you're going to see.
Fuck.
This is a good fastball hitting team.
Fowler.
Line drive out.
There, one down.
Come on. What?
Number 26.
Bruh.
Standing
Ass,
start
bro.
things up
Come on.
here in the home half of the
Come on.
fifth. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon.
Dude,
Not a lot to
7-1.
get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man
Yeah.
out there on the mound.
Fuck.
care of him for the first out.
And you know, it's pretty safe to say that
They've only made one run.
7 runs of support here in the first half.
Let me see.
Probably going to be okay out there. And he gets the first out of this inning here.
Who's the Warriors?
Now here's the first pitch. And that's in there for strike one.
You name your team Gucci Bikes?
Pleasure for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him
Come
miss
on,
a few
come
more
on.
bats, but as long as you're keeping guys
What?
on balance and you're letting your defense
Yeah?
help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Oh my god. California's not even a city.
Got him.
Oh my god, dude. Nah, we lost.
Number 26 will try again. 0 for 3 with a strikeout thus far.
So you were playing with anyone?
Here's the first pitch.
Hello?
What?
So you weren't playing with anyone?
And he gets around on the
I'm talking with someone, but not playing. Eric.
And he will run this one
It's Eric.
down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
How are you talking to me?
A party.
A handful of fine individual
Fucking shit.
What can I say for my mom happy birthday?
let this man take.
Bro, really?
Wait.
I'm taking my game back then.
He said happy birthday, Eric.
Then let me stop the broadcast.
To my mom?
Oh.
To my mom.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, my promise. And Junior said happy birthday to my mom at me.
What you say?
Yeah, because
Eric.
said that like he does it.
That if you said happy birthday to my grandma. I don't know why. Alright. Fucking shit, dude. Advanced swap season. Carl Crawford. Dude, we had Edwin Encarnacion, Carl Crawford, and we couldn't win against the Cubs.
Let's take a look at the latest from around Major League Baseball. In Game 5 of the World Series, the Chicago Cubs
Yeah.
matched up against the Mariners in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
The Cubs came away with the win, clinching the World Series championship.
I don't think they
It has
can.
been a storybook season for them, and they will look to repeat as champions next year.
Yeah. Come on. I'm gonna just sim spring training. Advanced regular season. I'm gonna sim until we play at the Rockies. All right. Because their stadium is a hitter's stadium.
Good Thursday morning to
Yeah,
the
if
show
you make a
nation.
home
Let's
run,
jump
it's
right into
as
Wednesday's
much as it's
baseball
not
action.
that far,
Starting in the
it is
National
gonna
League
be
West,
pretty far.
The Los Angeles Dodgers were in Phoenix to take on the Diamondbacks at Chase Field, and the Dodgers came away
Fuck.
with a blowout victory.
Come on. Home run, home run. Come on, come on.
Number 26 will step in now. Now the first pitch. And here's a ball.
Fuck, don't catch that. Don't catch. Fuck, he did.
Is over now, and he's got it for round number
I swung at the first pitch and I got it out.
Number 26 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. First offering on the way. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
It looked like he was going to try to go the other way with that thing, but a wise idea there to try to hold up.
Hammered the other way to deep right field.
Oh.
But that will
It's off the wall.
out there in right.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Slide.
Try for third, and he'll get in there at third as he just misses a home run, but settles for the triple. Ike Davis will stand in.
Next appearance. Alright. What? They're
Number
one.
26 will be the batter. 1 for 2, including a triple thus far. Here's the first offering. Oh, he just blows
come
the
on.
fastball by him for strike 1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Come on, come on.
Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands.
Foul ball.
Right, and that'll move the count to 1 and 2 now.
Come on, throw a change up, change up.
The 1-2. Here's the ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right.
Fuck, that's an out.
Maben there to put it away for out number 2.
Yeah, it looked like this might be much more off the bat, but this ballpark has really played large tonight, and you know, we've seen
Cameron Maben.
right now really get
Is that the guy?
knocked down out
Runners lead
Yeah,
from
that's him.
first and third. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. Throw on to first, and an important pitch there as they get out of the inning before things explode.
Bruh, 5-1.
Sebastian Marquez will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. He's ready. Now the pitch. Oh, lots of real estate on the right side of the infield here as he steers this one into right, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than
Fucking
second.
shit.
There are 2 aboard now. Charlie Blackmon will get another crack. 1 for 3 thus far. Pause, now the pitch. On the ground to Kendrick. This might be 2. The second for 1. On to Davis. But
Oh
this
my
will
God.
get 2 as he beats out the back end. Number 26.
7-1.
Away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Can I at least get a home run?
First pitch coming. And this is going to be fouled into the
Fuck,
diamond
foul
level
ball.
seats. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error in the ball game for the Dodgers to this point. Here's the pitch. Now a ball hit hard toward first, but a good
Fucking
play by
shit.
the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. Dodgers down in order. They're down 7-1.
At
Paco
6, I'm gonna
Rodriguez
play some Fortnite.
now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this
At 6,
deficit
I'm gonna play
from
some
growing any
Fortnite.
larger.
Nah, you're gay.
From the belt, the pitch.
You're gay, bro.
On the ground is short. This could be 2. Kendrick On to first. Not
Bro,
in time.
oh my god, how is that a
Umpire was
fucking
right there to make the
save?
call. Troy Tulowitzki will stand in. He homered back in the 5th inning of this one.
Now they're...
Here comes a 1-2.
Alright,
Slowly hit to the left side. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning.
bro.
Well, you always hope to get
I'ma just play some fucking franchise mode.
This man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Bro, my team sucks. Fuck. Look. My team has... My team for... Let me see. Let me see, for lineup, they have Howie Kendrick, Jock Peterson, Paul Goldschmidt, Yasiel Puig, Josh Donaldson, Henry Trayer, then me, then some fucking guy I don't know. Bro, they should replace fucking... They should trade someone for this fucking catcher. He's fucking 70 overall. The rest are 80 or higher. Cause why not? Oh, the game didn't save yesterday. Alright, so I'm gonna leave. Let me see. Alright, first baseman. Eric. Who should I get for my first baseman? Someone who's in the game, not in real life. Hmm. 14 home runs, 8. You called Yadier Molina a pig. Alright, I'm gonna make David Ortiz's stealing and base running aggressiveness all the way up. And speed. So he should be a little trade worthy. Shut up. What? I don't know. Nah. But you want Omar's BBC. Nah. Alright, I'm gonna get Joey Votto. Let me see. Alright, let's make David Ortiz a little better. Let's not make him too good. Just a little bit. Alright, first baseman. Joey Votto. Alright, there. And come on, give me Joey Votto.
Good morning, baseball fans. A great weekend of baseball has concluded, and we're set for a new week of games. But first, here's what happened around the league on Sunday. Starting in the National League West, the Dodgers matched up against the Nationals in D.C., and it was the Nationals who came out on top. The score was 2-1.
Alright, I got Joey Votto. Now I'm gonna trade someone for Angel Pagan.
Tuesday's action gets kicked off. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Starting out in the NL West, the Los Angeles Dodgers
Eric,
were in Atlanta to take on the Braves.
who should I get for my center fielder?
The final score was 3-2. David Ortiz turned in a nice performance offensively with 3 base hits. His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. Chad Billingsley pitched well enough to earn his first victory of the year. Also from the boys in blue, the club has acquired first baseman Joey Votto in a trade with the Detroit Tigers for first baseman David Ortiz and first baseman Nick Swisher, according to multiple sources.
Christian Yelich?
We're in Phoenix to take on the D-backs, and it was the
How about
Marlins
Marcell
who came away
Ozuna?
victorious. The score was 3-1. Mike Fiers was the
Let
winning
me
pitcher
see.
in this one, his 7th victory of the year.
I know
As
he's
of
here.
today, he is in
I
the
just
top 5
don't know
National
which
League
team.
in strikeouts. The Rangers were in the Mile High City to take on the Rocks at Coors Field, and the Rockies
Fuck, where's
came away
Christian
with the
Yelich?
win. Final score was 4-2. The Giants did battle with the Pods at Petco Park, and the game went to extras with the Giants coming away victorious. The score was 2-1. The New York Mets were in D.C. to take on the Nationals, and it was the boys from Flushing who came away with the win. The final was 2-0.
Yeah, I can't find Christian
The
Yelich.
Rays took on the Phillies.
Alright, who should I get?
in an
Mookie
interleague
Betts
matchup.
or
The Rays
Marcell
came away with
Ozuna?
the win. The score was 5-1. Dominic Brown was a force at the plate, driving
Alright,
in
let me
3
see.
runs. A.J. Burnett started and pitched well enough to earn his 6th victory of the season. The Chicago Cubs
Let's make
did battle against
this
the
guy a
Rays at
little
Great American
higher.
Ballpark. The Cubs came away with the win.
Trade
It was
worthy.
3-1. David Phelps was victorious in this one, earning his first win.
It's cause you're ass, bro.
Pirates played some interleague ball against the Kansas City Royals. The Royals came away with the win, 8-2. Albert Pujols was hot at the plate, collecting 3 hits in the game. Jared Parker earned the win on the mound, his 11th of the year. He is among the AL leaders in wins. The Mariners went up against the Tigers in Motown, and it was the Tigers who came out on top. The final score was 3-2. Gus Schlosser started and pitched well enough to earn his 6th victory of the season. The Boston Red Sox were in Anaheim to take on the Angels, and it was the Angels who came out on top, 8-2. Yoenis Cespedes was phenomenal at the plate, picking up 2 round trippers. Jeremy Hellickson earned the victory on the mound, his 8th of the season. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all season long.
Let me see. Angel Pagan. What? Alright. Alright, I got Marcell Ozuna.
Happy Hump Day, everyone. As we hit the halfway point of the week, let's take a look back at Tuesday's news and results. Starting in the National League West, the Dodgers were in Atlanta to take on the Braves at Turner Field, and it was the Dodgers who came out on top. The score was 3-1. Adam Wainwright was the winning pitcher in this one, his 7th victory of the year.
To make it,
In other
I'm getting
Dodgers news, the team
really
has
good
acquired
ass
center fielder
lineup,
Marcell Ozuna
but I'm not
in a trade with
gonna
the New York
I'm not
Yankees
gonna
for
up
center fielder
the
Angel
stats of the
Pagan and
pitchers.
center fielder Russell Palucci. According to multiple reports,
The pitchers is like the only thing that's gonna
were
stay
in Phoenix
normal.
to take on the Diamondbacks at Chase Field, and the Marlins came away with the win, 11-2. Jose
Wait, should I
Altuve collected 4 hits
keep
and led
or
the charge
trade my
offensively for
catcher?
the
His
winning
name is
side.
Miguel
He extended
Montero.
his hitting streak to a modest
I don't
6
really know
straight
him.
games. Tim Lincecum was the winning pitcher in this one, his 7th victory of the year. In more news out of Miami,
Alright, who's a good
Andy
catcher?
Howell reached the 500 career strikeouts milestone. The Texas Rangers went
Oh,
up
yeah,
against the
Yadier
Rockies in
Molina.
Mile High City. Texas was the winner. The final was 1-0.
Where is he?
Also
Where is
in
he?
news from Texas, starting
Ah.
pitcher Francisco
He's
Liriano
91
is
overall,
listed
though.
as day-to-day, but is not expected to see any time on the DL. He is said to be suffering from a pulled muscle in his back. The San Francisco Giants visited the Friars in downtown.
I mean, he's
San
really good
Diego,
at
and it
being
was
a
the Bronx who
catcher, but
collected
like
the W, 10-4.
hitting wise,
Kenny Lofton
my catcher's
launched a
doing
pair
better
of
than
home
him.
runs and drove in 4 along the way. Erasmo Ramirez got the win out of the pen, his 6th so far this year. The Mets paid a visit to the nation's capital to play the Nats. The Nationals came away with the win. The final score was 3-2. Matt Belisle grabbed the win in relief, his 5th on the year. The Tampa Bay Rays took on the Phillies in Philadelphia in an interleague matchup, and it was the Rays who came out on top. The final score was 10-6. Dominic Brown launched a pair of home runs and drove in 4 along the way. Homer Bailey started and pitched well enough to earn his 6th victory of the season. The Cubs were in Cincy to do battle with the Reds, and the Cubs held on to get the victory in extra innings. The final score was 7-6. The Indians matched up against the Brewers at Miller Park in interleague action, and it was the Tribe who came away victorious, 7-0. Clay Buchholz earned a well-deserved win on the bump as he tossed a complete game shutout effort. The Baltimore Orioles were in the Big Apple to play the Yankees, and Baltimore was victorious. The score was 2-1. Hisashi Iwakuma held the opposition in check, allowing only 1 earned run over 8 strong innings and earning the win. In other Orioles news, second baseman Derek Dietrich is currently listed as day-to-day. He's dealing with a bruised hand. The St. Louis Cardinals were on the south side of Chicago to take on the White Sox, and it was the White Sox who came out on top, the final 5-3. Josh Hamilton was a major force at the plate as he drove in 4. He is currently among the AL leaders in batting average. Matt Latos earned the victory on the mound, his 8th of the season. The Seattle Mariners took on the Tigers
Give me
at
Yadier
Comerica
Molina.
Park in Detroit. Seattle was victorious. The final was 1-0. Jaime Garcia was the winning.
Alright, we got Yadier Molina.
Good Thursday morning
All
to
right.
you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Starting out in the NL West, the Los Angeles Dodgers paid visit to the Braves in Atlanta, and it was Atlanta who came away victorious. The score was 3-1. Orel Hershiser pitched into the 9th inning and collected the win on the mound. He only allowed 1 earned run. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. Also from the boys in blue, the club has acquired catcher Yadier Molina in a trade with the St. Louis Cardinals for catcher Miguel Montero, according to team sources. The Miami Marlins were in Arizona to take on the Diamondbacks, and it was the Marlins who came out on top, 7-2. The Rangers took on the Rockies at Coors Field in Denver, and Texas was the winner in extra innings. The final score was 3-2.
Yes.
Wesley Wright earned his 7th W in relief so far this season. The Giants took on the Padres in America's finest city, and the Padres came away with the win. Final score was 5-2. Zach Greinke earned the win on the mound, his 11th of the year. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. The New York Mets took on the Nats in Washington, D.C., and it was the Mets who came away victorious. The final score was 7-6. Eric Hosmer led the charge offensively with 3 knocks in the contest. The Rays took on the Phillies in Philadelphia in an interleague matchup, and the Phillies came away with the W, 9-3. Tommy La Stella led the charge offensively with 3 RBIs in the contest. Jim Henderson was the winning pitcher in this one, his 7th victory of the year. The Chicago Cubs paid visit to the Reds at Great American Ballpark, and the Cubs crushed the opposition 15-1. Lonnie Chisenhall was on fire with the bat as he came away with 4 base hits in the game. Jose Fernandez earned the victory on the hill, tossing a complete game gem. He currently has the most wins in the National League. The Cleveland Indians paid visit to Miller Park to match up with the Brewers, and it was the Indians who came out on top, the final 5-3. Brett Oberholzer earned the win on the mound, his 11th of the year. He is among the AL leaders in wins. The Orioles took on the Bronx Bombers in the Big Apple, and it was the Yankees who came away with the win. The final was 4-0. Zach Wheeler was dominant on the bump, grabbing the victory with a complete game effort. The Cards were in Chicago to take on the White Sox, and it was the Cards who came away victorious. The score was 5-1. Travis Wood pitched into the 9th. The weekend is almost here and some great series are ahead, but before we get there, we'll go back to Thursday's action to see how it shook out. Starting in the National League West, the Dodgers paid visit to the Mets at Citi Field in New York, and it was the boys in blue who emerged in this one. The score was 4-1. In other Dodgers news, center fielder Aaron Hicks has been recalled from the major leagues from AAA. As of today, the Mets sit in 4th place in the National League East Division, 14 games back. The Milwaukee Brewers paid visit to the Valley of the Sun to take on the D-backs, and it was the Diamondbacks who came out on top. The final score was 3-2. Right now, the Diamondbacks are in 3rd place in the NL West. They're 7 games back. The Brewers are atop the NL Central. They own a 2.5 game advantage. The Marlins matched up against the Padres at Petco Park in the Gaslamp District, and it was the Padres who came out on top. The final was 2-0. Carlos Carrasco.
Alright, is there anyone on? Let me see.
6 games out of first. The Marlins sit in 1st place in the National League East Division. They are enjoying a 5.5 game advantage. The Nationals paid visit to PNC Park where they took on the hometown Pirates, and the Pirates came away with the win. The score was 2-1. Kyle Kendrick was the winning pitcher in this one, his 7th victory of the year. At the moment, the Pirates sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division, 2.5 games out of first. The Nationals are in last place in the NL East. They're 16.5 games out of first. The Baltimore Orioles were in the Bronx to take on the Yankees, and it was the Orioles who came out on top. The final was 2-0. As of today, the Yankees sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division, only a game and a half back. The Orioles are 4th in the division. They're 3.5 games back. The Chicago White Sox paid visit to the rock and roll capital of the world to match up against the Indians. The Indians came away with the win. The score was 2-1. Blake Parker grabbed the win in relief, his 5th on the year. Looking at the standings, the Indians are in 3rd place in the AL Central, 9 games back. The White Sox are 2nd in the division. They're 3.5 games back. The Mariners were in Motown to take on the Tigers at Comerica Park, and it was the Mariners who came out on top. The final score was 12-4. David Wright was a fantasy owner's dream at the plate with 3 hits and 4 RBIs. Josh Colmenter earned the victory on the mound, his 8th of the season. Heading into today, the Tigers are in 4th place in the AL Central, 17 games out of first. The Mariners sit in 4th place in the American League West. They trail by 8.5 games. The Twins visited Angels Stadium in Anaheim to take on the Halos, and it was the Halos who prevailed, 5-0. Kyle Gibson was the winning pitcher in this one, his 7th victory of the year. Right now, the Angels sit in 3rd place in the American League West Division, 5 games back. The Twins sit in 4th place in the American League Central Division, 17 games out of first. The Blue Jays paid visit to the East Bay to do battle with the Athletics. The A's came away with the win. The score was 2-1. Taijuan Walker threw well enough to earn his 9th W of the year. As of today, the A's sit in 1st place in the American League West Division. They have a 3-game cushion. The Blue Jays are atop the American League East Division. They have a small game-and-a-half advantage over 2nd. The Red Sox were in Houston to take on the Astros. The Red Sox came away with the win. The final was 3-0. Phil Niekro earned the victory on the mound, his 8th of the season. He is currently among the AL leaders in strikeouts. Looking at the standings, the Astros are in 2nd place
Oh, fuck.
Happy Saturday morning to you. Here's the news and results from Friday. Starting out in the NL West, the Los Angeles Dodgers were in Flushing, New York to take on the Mets. And it was the Mets who came out on top. The score was 2-1. Garrett Cole threw well enough to earn his 9th W
Alright,
of
so
the year.
everybody's good
He is
except
among
for
the
Brent.
leaders in complete
Carl
games
Crawford.
pitched in the NL. In other Dodgers news, the team has acquired second baseman Jose Altuve in a trade with the Miami Marlins for second baseman Chase Utley, according to team reports. The Milwaukee Brewers were in Phoenix to take on the D-backs, and the Diamondbacks came away with the win. The final was 1-0. Clayton Kershaw gave the bullpen a day off, turning in a complete game effort in the win. As of today, he is in the top 5 in the National League in strikeouts. Gio Gonzalez twirled 8 solid innings, allowing only 1 earned run, yet still came away with the loss on the mound. As of today, he is in the top 5 in the National League in strikeouts. The Cincinnati Reds were in Denver to take on the Colorado
How old
Rockies,
is he?
and it was Cincy who came away victorious. The final was 9-5. Jason Worth launched a pair of home runs and drove in 4 along the way. The Miami
31.
Marlins were in San Diego to take on the hometown Padres, and Miami was the winner, 5-0. Mike Leake earned a well-deserved win on the bump as he tossed a complete game shutout effort. He is currently
Alright,
among
left
the
fielder
NL
field.
leaders in earned run average. The Oakland Athletics matched up
I'ma
against the
keep
Giants in
Elgin
San
Beltran?
Fran, and it was the boys from Oaktown who were victorious. The score was 6-5. The Phillies were visiting the Cubbies at Wrigley Field in Chicago, and it was the Phillies on the road who came away with the win in extras. The score was 2-1. The Washington Nationals did battle with the Buccos in the Steel City, and Pittsburgh was victorious in this one. The final was 1-0. Felix Hernandez pitched very well on the way to the victory on the mound, twirling 8 shutout innings before turning it over to the bullpen to close it out. As of today, he is in the top 5 in the National League in strikeouts. David Price was impressive on the mound as he gave up only 1 earned over a full 9 innings, but still came away with the loss. The Braves took on the Cardinals at Busch Stadium, and on the road, St. Louis got the extra innings W. The final score was 7-6. Adam Jones had a great game offensively, picking up 4 knocks in the
Alright, I'm
process.
gonna get
The Baltimore
22
Orioles were at the
home
Trop in
runs,
St. Pete
22.
to take on the Rays, and it was the Rays who came away victorious. The score was 2-1. The Detroit Tigers paid visit to the Bo Sox at Fenway Park, and it was the Bo Sox who came away victorious. The final score was...
yes.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Saturday provided some great baseball and some interesting storylines, so let's get to it. Starting in the National League West, the Dodgers took on the Mets in Flushing, New York, and it was the Dodgers who nabbed the win. The score was 4-1. Jose Bautista was clutch at the plate as he picked up 3 RBIs. Wade Davis got the win out of the pen, his 6th so far this year. Also from the boys in blue, the club has acquired left fielder Hanley Ramirez in a trade with the Chicago Cubs for left fielder Carl Crawford, according to multiple reports. The Brewers paid visit to the D-backs in the Valley of the Sun, and it was Arizona who emerged in this one. The final was 10-2. Cole Hamels threw well enough to earn his 9th W of the year. He is currently among the NL leaders in earned run average. The Reds were in the Mile High City to take on the Rocks at Coors Field, and it was the Rocks who rewarded their fans with a walk-off victory in extra innings. The score was 2-1. The Marlins did battle with the Pods at Petco Park, and it was the Marlins who came away victorious. The score was 3-1. The A's headed across the Bay Bridge to take on the Giants in interleague action, and it was the Giants who came away with the win, 7-1. Willie Peralta was dominant on the bump, grabbing the victory with a complete game effort. The Philadelphia Phillies were in Chicago to take on the Cubs, and it was the Cubs who came out on top, 12-9. Leonis Martin was a fantasy owner's dream at the plate with 3 hits and 4 RBIs. The Nationals were in Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates, and the Nationals came away with a big-time victory, 8-0. Sonny Gray twirled a dominating complete game shutout on the mound for the victory. The Atlanta Braves paid visit to the Midwest to take on the Cardinals at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals grabbed the win. The final was 4-0.
I traded Carl Crawford for Hanley
earned the victory
Ramirez.
on the mound, his 8th of the season. He is among the NL leaders in shutouts.
What do you mean,
The
why?
Orioles visited the Rays at Tropicana Field, and it was the O's who came away victorious. The final was 12-7. Scott Hairston was a clutch performer at the dish with 4 ribbies.
Oh, makin.
His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. Nolan Ryan was
Marcell
the winning
Ozuna.
pitcher in this one, his 7th victory of the year. As of today, he has the most strikeouts in the American League. The
Who?
Tigers were at Fenway Park to take on the Boston Red Sox. The Tigers
Yeah.
came away with the win, 9-4. Gus Slosher was the winning pitcher in this one, his 7th victory of the year. The Chicago White Sox paid visit to the Tribe in Cleveland, and it was the Tribe who came away victorious. Final score was 5-2.
I think the trade deadline
James
was
Paxton
yesterday though.
started and pitched well enough
In
to
the
earn
game.
his 6th victory of the season. The Houston Astros were at the K to do battle with the Royals, and it was Houston who came away with the win. The final score was 3-2. Sebastian
Then where would I put
turned
what's
in a nice
name?
performance offensively with 3 base
I'm
hits.
already gonna make all of them
The
like
Yanks
freaking
were in
fast and
Minnesota
all
to
that.
Take on the Twins, and it was the boys from the Bronx who were victorious. The final was 13-8. Herbert Martinez was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs. He extended his hitting streak to a modest 6 straight games. Tom Seaver was impressive on the bump, earning his 12th victory of the season in the process. He is among the AL leaders in wins. The Texas Rangers paid visit to the OC to take on the Halos at Angels Stadium. The Angels came away with the win. Score was 4-1. Jeremy Hellickson gave the bullpen a day off, turning in a complete game effort in the win. His ERA is currently in the top 5 in the American
Come on.
League. The Toronto Blue Jays did battle with the M's at Safeco Field, and it was the Blue Jays who came out on top. The final, 7-3. Ryan Hook showed off his power, blasting 2 home runs and picking up 3 RBIs in the process. Hector Santiago earned the win on the mound, his 11th of the year. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Alright. Eric. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play one game and I'm gonna make Henry Ramirez bunt and I'm gonna see him run. Yeah, cause he has 99 speed. It's like seeing David Ortiz run. Jose Bautista has a shit ton of power, but not that much contact.